Got the cheek pistol out, CP33. Want to talk specifically about this gun and the role that I see for it for most users. I've talked about the niche roles that this could have for like personal protection, security, detail kind of stuff. And I think it works really well in those. Talked about, vehicle stuff and all of that. Awesome. But I want to talk about a role for this gun that could make this useful for every American. And that is the role of a home gun. I think that this has a lot of potential for a general purpose home gun. And that's what we'll discuss. So difference between home gun and home defense gun. Home defense gun is for the scenario of home invasion. That's almost always what it is. And the guns that shine in that role, that are most respected as best for that role, really suck at doing anything else around the home. Let me explain. Home defense guns. Most popular home defense guns out there, the ones that are most popular with defense instructors, the AR-15 and any number of home defense like 18.5-inch barrel length shotguns, and sometimes shorter shotguns, but they're all large platforms. They are all long guns. They are all so long and bulky that you wouldn't holster them, right? Hopefully they're slung, and the idea is to set up something where you have the maximum amount of firepower for you to barricade yourself in a room and set up an ambush for potential invaders of your home, right? If they come to your door and kick it in, you're ready with a gun pointed on that door. And if they don't, well, shit is replaceable. If they're just there to rob you, okay, cool. And that's generally the best way to play things if you're being broken into. But the majority of bump in the night instances that happen to all of us are not that, right? Finding someone who has been the victim of a home invasion is actually difficult to do, like a true home invasion, not like a hobo kicked your door in because he was drunk and lost and then heard a dog bark and ran away. Not that. That's not a home invasion. I want to talk about a home gun as a gun that can flex into that home defense role, but is optimized for all of the other around the house bullshit that you do or need to have a gun with you when you're less than kitted up, right? The home gun is a gun that you could carry with you. If you're like a homesteader or a rancher, you could carry with you all day long. You could sling this and then go about your day. It is also a gun that suburbanites, right? You have this by the bed. It is small enough to fit in some sort of bedside safe so that it can be secured without having the big ass rifle safe or like the shotgun solutions that are out there. This still fits in a smaller safe by the bedside. And if there's that bump in the night, you can get this out of that small safe. You can throw the sling around your neck and shoulder, and you could go check out whatever bump that was in your chones, right? Go check it out in your boxers, as most of us do. A lot of defense nerds will say, well, that's what I use my pistol for, and I'll just leave my home defense rifle or home defense shotgun in the bedroom when I go check that out. Or maybe they're saying they'll actually take the long gun with them. Here's why a long gun is not a good tool to go search your house and poke around and see what that noise was outside. Number one, inside the house. Moving around, even with an SBR, fully collapsed stock, short gun. It is complex to move around small spaces with those guns. And I know that because people spend a lot of money and time training to do so. The reason why they spend a lot of training on that is because it's difficult, right? That's why. That's suboptimal with a rifle or a shotgun to go one man clear your house that is likely not under attack. And then, you've got your rifle or shotgun, you can sling it to do hands-free tasks, but not as easily as you can this, right? If what you heard, the bump in the middle of the night, is, let's say it's that like bag of dog food tipped over and you got to clean that shit up. Doing that with this slung is a lot easier than doing that with a rifle or a shotgun slung. So much so that you probably would just take that rifle or shotgun off and set it down, right? And if you're the pistol guy, you got the pistol in your hand, doing doors, whatever, you can have a hand free, not as easily as you can with this, but you can have a hand free to do that. But if, let's say, you come across that same mess that you got to clean up, well, you're going to set that pistol on the ground, or try and put it in some weird pocket, right? Maybe you say that you're the pistol guy that has the war belt set up by his bed, and like you're going to click that shit on, and in your boxers and a war belt or a chest rig with a gun holster, you're going to go do that. All right, that one, that can work. You can do that without setting a gun down.
But you don't.
But here's a scenario that is just as likely to happen. Let's say that, I don't know, raccoons or teenagers jump in your fence or whatever, knock over all your trash cans outside. You're going to check that out. Let's say that there's a loud argument outside, or just a crash in your backyard, something like that. You're going to leave the house to go check this out. You're pretty sure that you're not under attack. You're pretty sure that the world is not ending, whatever, but you want to be armed and you actually want to go check this out because we want our shit to not be destroyed, right? So if we can tell someone, hey, stop trying to break in my car, or hey, get the fuck out of my backyard, most people will do that. If you do that with a long gun, you are immediately bringing that to a level that you probably don't want to, right? If that's your neighbor's kid that was trying to sneak back into his house, you probably don't want to meet that kid with a rifle or a shotgun in your hand in the burbs. Now, there's places around the country where that would be normal, but they're fewer every day. You probably don't want to run into anyone in the public, right? Even if it's the middle of the night, it's still the public. Even if it's a group of teenagers just got out of a party, they're having a yelling match in the street, you don't want to go out and stand on your front porch with a rifle or shotgun, or a visible pistol, or a pistol holstered in a chest rig or on a war belt. That's a level of escalation that's not good. It's not necessary. It's bringing bad stuff to you. But you can go deal with those problems with something like this that wouldn't otherwise be showing your hand with a rifle or a shotgun or any long gun slung, or a war belt or a chest rig, right? But with this, I can throw on a jacket over this and go on my front porch, even if I had nothing on. They're gonna see that there's something slung, but really, from the shadows of my porch or from a distance, it's still better than that full chest rig or that battle belt, right? It's still better than a very visible AR-15 or like Mossberg barrel sticking up over my shoulder if that's slung. It's more discreet in every way. With a jacket on, though, this disappears. And so I throw my jacket on and I can say, hey, you angsty teeny boppers, you do you, but can you do it like a block away? Whatever. I can go out and see the neighborhood, or see my backyard and see the neighbor's kid falling over my fence trying to sneak into his house without a gun in my hand. I could easily go up and like give him a hand, like, hey, stand up. You know, we all did dumb shit as a kid. Do yours quieter next time and don't break shit in my backyard. All of those scenarios, you can do that. If I need to go pick up the trash cans that got knocked over on the side yard, and I mean, it's late, but there's still people out. Well, I can do that with this and a jacket over it and not have to set a pistol on the ground or holster it and not have to have the 2-point sling and the single-point sling options for the larger guns, right? Larger guns are just less manageable, but this is really manageable. I can do work, right? I mean, actual work, like stand the trash cans up, close the gate that's blowing in the wind. All of the little tasks that you have to do in those bump in the night scenarios, I get to do that with this. And this gun is, I would say I am far from undergunned if I go out there and it is some sort of violent scenario. You go out there and the group of teens that was having an argument out there actually turns out they're all gang members, and you opened your door just the wrong moment, and right, they all movie style pull out whatever guns and have a gunfight in the middle of the street. Or direct that towards you. And if you need to, this is still a very capable tool to respond. This, in its stock configuration, is 34 opportunities to hit before you need a reload. And with the extension base plates that are available, this is 50 plus 1. 50 plus 1 opportunities in a concealable thing that you can go check out what's going on around the home. I don't feel undergunned when I have this. This is a lot of capability. Now, you want to argue terminal ballistics. I think it's pretty tired now, right? We all know that putting holes through the right structures makes bad guys go away. And we know that there are multiple loads that will do that through this gun, that will go through heavy clothing and then through the 15 inches of gel. This works. It does. This is my preferred home gun. Now, it wouldn't be a good video without a little bit of shooting. So to illustrate my points on the ease of use here, and I really mean like pick it up, intuitive, go to town ease of use of this platform of a cheek pistol, especially one in 22. I'm going to show you a clip of one of my friends who, so she's law enforcement. She's a high performing shooter. She has tens of thousands of reps on her duty carbine. She has tens of thousands of reps on her pistol. And she had, at the time of this filming, 0 reps on anything close to this platform. So here's a clip of her running this for the first time, first shots literally ever, against her carbine on a target at 50 yards. Duty carbine, stand by. Well, that was 564 for 5. Here is the 30-second tutorial on this. So do this, thumb pinches around there, or you can scissor it like that. Oh. Whichever way is more comfortable. Okay. That keeps your finger from getting in the bad parts. Okay. You're going to touch your cheek onto this rest right there, and you can rest your eye right behind that optic. Cool?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And you have a thumb selector just like your AR, so down is fire, up is safe. Cool, same drill. All right, stand by. All right. Now, that was 5:10. That was 0.54 seconds faster than with your carbine. We're still at 50 yards, but there's no stop. And here is a clip of her running immediately after this, so her second string of fire ever, running this cheek pistol in the compressed cheek weld configuration, slicing the pie on a narrow doorway and basically just dominating a pie slice entry. Here is a 30-inch simulated doorway. What I'd like you to do is run this doorway, just slicing the pie as you come through the door, hitting those targets as you see them, and then we're gonna do it again with this guy. Cool? What do you think?
I like it. This is a sweet little gun.
So, what's easier?
This one.
Those were the first times she's ever done that. And in both instances, she was able to outperform herself on her platform that she is the most practiced on in the first shots ever with this type of gun. Now, if she can do this on her first try, how much more performance do you think she could eke out with some training to specifically running this? And so you guys know, this was not like a class. I didn't do any instruction on how to run this gun whatsoever, except for what you're seeing in those clips. So I'll leave you with that. It really is easy mode, and the last consideration I'd ask you to make is for a home gun, you also need to consider that it may not just be you that needs to access that home gun. It may not be you with all of your decades of tactical ninja skills and reps behind it. It may be someone in your house who's not a shooter at all, and they need that gun to do any of the tasks that you would be doing, but they're doing it from a severe training deficit. Well, seeing what you just saw, wouldn't you rather have them approach that problem with something like this that can be picked up by everyone from zero experience shooters to like grandmasters, that can be picked up by anyone and run at an extremely high level? Wouldn't you rather have them pick this up than your home defense shotgun, than your heavy and unwieldy, even if it's a short-barreled rifle, AR-15? Wouldn't you rather have them pick that up than a complex to steer and maneuver and manipulate defensive pistol? I would. If I had to arm a dozen brand new shooters for legit defense with 30 seconds of instruction, I would be very confident that I could make them very combat effective if I were just giving them a quick intro to something like this. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go in depth on a little bit more how to index on this gun, so how to quickly get all of the points set up for using this, and some other technique stuff around the cheek pistols this week. That'll be available to all of my All Access patrons. To everyone, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. That's just, do the button. Do it. It makes a huge difference to me. Thank you for doing that. Also, for all the patrons, you guys rock. You are what's keeping this content coming. So that's the only way that I can do this. Thank you for your help there. Look for those you guys who are All Access patrons, look for those new videos this week. You guys keep training, stay safe.